Oh, anyways, how's it going, buddy?
Dude, it's going good.
How's quarantine?
Well, it's not the most fun thing I've ever done in my entire life. It's definitely not up there. How about
Man,
for
I tell people, so there's a part of my life where I sobered up and I got off a bunch of stuffs and I social distanced myself for about a year
you? Yeah,
to get off of everything and stuff. So all these people complaining about it, I'm
yeah,
telling them, like, hey, man, I did this. This is just another day for me.
yeah. That was exactly the same because all my friends were using drugs. So it was like you literally, if all your friends are using drugs, you had to
Oh
isolate.
yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to stop going out. I instead of going out to places, I just slept and self-isolated. So
Yeah.
whatever
Um,
it was.
so how's training going for you?
Training is actually really good. These home workouts have helped more than I thought, to be honest. Like I'm still sore from my chest workout the other day,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but it's been a lot of fun though. Bands are incredible pieces of equipment when utilized.
No, dude, I agree. I worked out the other day, but I did face pulls, and I was like sore, like I could not believe it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have any barbells or anything at your house, or you're only doing band?
No, I have a couple kettlebells. I don't actually use them as often as I thought I would. Really focusing even outside of my home gym, inside of the real gym when I'm training with clients and stuff, I do a lot of triphasic training, and what that is, it basically breaks down any compound movement and focuses on the eccentric, the concentric, and the isometric.
Yeah.
And when you do that in correlation with band work, it makes things really, really spicy, and you get a lot out of it when you're able. It basically just means like pauses and like tempo work and stuff like that. That's triphasic training. So a lot of you guys out there that are doing those tempo works and stuff like that, you're actually doing a really sophisticated theory of uh yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah, so that's
definitely.
all I have.
Yeah, you've used the word spicy multiple times in your video,
Yeah.
and I love that word.
Yeah, it's just a simple way to say something's really hard.
Yeah.
Spicy, and
So
it makes sense.
yeah. So are you doing having like a leg day and a chest day, or are you doing all of them on and you just rotate?
No, yeah, so like every week I'm of course trying to provide content for people and stuff, trying to get make things different every single week. But yeah, basically I like to focus on like a lower body day, a squat day. Some people would say like a leg day, and then focusing on a back day, a shoulder day, and a chest day, and then even like a posterior deadlift day. And then creating variations. Like today, after I get done with this interview, I'm going to be doing a back workout, for instance, and it's going to be different than the back workout I did last week. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a revolving door, but I still got my basics and I still stick down to my fundamentals when it comes to what I like to train with.
Yeah. One thing I've found difficult is training. Like it's really hard to train deadlift
Yeah,
when you're like you. There's like one thing to do.
yeah,
You can
deadlift.
do
Yeah,
a bunch of squats or things like that, but you cannot,
you can't replace
especially
it.
if your deadlifts above a couple hundred pounds,
Yeah,
you're not really able to replicate that.
yeah. I may need a small car to replicate my the near 90%. You know what I
Right,
mean?
dude. But I think it's one of those things where we just have to like not let it bum us out because we don't have an option.
No,
We
no, not
just
at all,
sit
man. I'm
around and
I'm I'm a little more positive than
yeah,
I thought I would be right now about the whole thing. And like I said, I spent a part of my life years ago isolating myself, and in that time I was able to focus on myself and really, really just be grateful for the time. You know what I mean? A little bit more spare time. I've been painting more and stuff like that, though. Granted, there's a global pandemic right now, but at the same time, there's a lot of everybody. Any really bad traumatic experience, you should always be trying to find the positive side of everything. So,
yeah. And I think one thing that can help is like stuff like this because we're literally not
or what?
I said stuff like this can help a lot, like us
Hmm.
talking on a video chat because
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
we're
I'd love to do this more often and stuff because I know everybody at home, especially just the few people that are watching this right now. I know you guys got plenty of time.
right,
Everyone's
dude.
doing it right now to get some content, and it's good. It's good to see that it. What gives me a peace of mind during this whole entire thing right now is the whole world is experiencing this. You know what I mean? we're not alone in the sense that it's all right. It sucks that it's happening, but everybody's dealing with it right now. So it gives me a little more peace of mind that um I'm not the only one that's got to put up with this.
For sure. Yeah. And it can feel really, if you're not communicating with other people, it can feel like you're the only one, but it's like
Yeah.
literally everyone else. No one else
Yeah.
is working. So how's Battle Axe doing as far as support and stuff like that? Is it doing all
Battle
right?
Axe had a ton of support and super, super thankful for all of the members that are still paying their dues and stuff like that. For instance, if we had everybody cancel their membership or we had to pause everybody's membership this time, we're not sure. We definitely could not have paid the bills. Nothing, no rent. Like it's April 3rd right now or so. Nothing could have been paid if when this happened almost a month ago now, if everybody just halted their accounts.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we're very thankful for everything right now. It's in up and up. We're very positive. We're gonna do whatever we can to stay afloat, though. But it just depends how long this lasts right now. So it's the same thing as anything else going on. We're taking it day by day. Nobody's gone through this before, so
No, yeah, it's crazy when we literally can't ask our parents or our grandparents what to do. They're just like,
yeah, no, nobody's the last human generation that experienced anything like this was in 1918 during the Spanish flu outbreak. So that I don't think there's anybody around from that point that went through any of this. So
yeah.
it's
Uh,
crazy. It's different. We're lucky. I was telling somebody yesterday, we're living. This is despite a global pandemic. This is still the greatest time to be alive.
oh,
This is
yeah,
the greatest time to go through a global pandemic in the sense of a virus outbreak. This is the best time to do it.
right.
Um, this happened 1,000 years ago. If this happened 100 years ago or 200 years ago, it would not be the same.
No,
Things
we
would be
would
a
not
lot
be able
more.
to talk.
Yeah,
We would,
exactly. And it's really helpful that people still are able to work from home. This is 20, if this happened 20 years ago, there's no way that the amount of people that can work from home right now would be happening then. The internet was still new. Nobody knew what was going on. I think webcams just popped up on the market by, you know what I'm saying? So a
yeah,
couple people had cell phones 20 years ago, but not everybody, you know what I'm saying? So this is still the greatest time to experience a virus outbreak.
dude, yeah. Yeah, and I think it's definitely one of those things where we're just gonna have to, when this is over, we'll be like, whoa, we survived it. It
Yeah.
sucked. Not fun at
Yeah.
all. But
No.
we survived. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
Shoot.
Um, how are you personally keeping active as far as like what kind of things are you doing? I saw that you were riding your bike a lot.
Yeah, actually, my conditioning has improved. I'm actually working out more than I was before all of this hit the fan. So I've had more time to cycle, ride my bike, working out twice a day sometimes though. So it's been a lot of fun. My fitness has been on par, especially with the caloric surplus I've been intaking recently. So that's
You've
been a
been
lot of
eating a lot.
fun. Yeah, oh yeah, I've been eating a lot. It's been a lot of good food. I'm not eating too bad. I may have eaten like a whole large pizza the other day though, but
That's all right, man. When there's a pandemic, I think it's like acceptable to be a little stressed out and eat some food.
oh, for sure. Oh, dude, I'm a bad stress eater too.
Oh yeah, I'm
If I'm in an argument with somebody, I just want to snack on something.
oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't suck as bad when you have a gym. When you have a gym to go to, because it's not a big deal. So
Yeah.
you're cycling a lot, or have you been trying to spend more time outside? And
Oh, yeah, of course. I have like a nice 5x3 patio that I've been utilizing a lot.
oh yeah,
But yeah, besides that, I like to been going outside as much as I can. Finding an excuse to go to the grocery store or something like that though, but keeping that distance, of course, though. I'm very smart about the whole cross contamination.
right, dude. I do not want to. I think the main thing is I spread it. That would suck. I would like this to end soon and not spread it to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I there's a track right down the street from my house at Denton High School, so I've
Hmm.
been there and like running
Cool.
and stuff.
It's good. It's good.
I don't have a bike, but
Hmm.
I used to like
Oh,
try.
dude, there's staircases everywhere. You go to the nearest, like you probably have to hit some stairs. There's tons of ways.
Yeah,
And like I said, people got a lot of free time, so there's plenty of chances to find some ways to get the heart rate going.
yeah. Okay, now we're gonna Oh, I wanted to talk about the how much I missed. I didn't realize how much I would miss it, but missing the feeling of doing like a heavy triple on front squats. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, there's something about that that you just can't replicate. Just like
No.
when you feel you're gassed right before your last rep.
Yeah. I
You don't
had
realize.
the other day, so I was doing my chest workout and I had kettlebells and I used a really high resistance band.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do more than 10 reps on it. And I swear it, like that last rep on the top of it, it
Yeah.
felt like I had 250 pounds over my head at the top. It was insane. That was
So
the
you like
closest I got
attached
to the other day.
the end of the kettlebell?
No, I haven't done that one yet.
Oh yeah.
That's a good idea though.
Yeah.
The best way I've replicated deadlifts though is a video I did last week is where I stood on top of a band and I grabbed both ends of it and then I literally just deadlifted with it up.
Oh, that's smart. Like a
Yeah,
really
yes.
thick one.
Yeah, I got a gray Elite FTS Pro Band,
Yeah.
and that's what I used the other day and grip it and rip it and felt really good. So
Yeah. Dang,
it's cool.
dude. Yeah. Also, it's dope that we can like 2-day deliver bands. We can like
Yeah,
get something in a couple days.
there's been an extreme band shortage in the world right now when it comes to home equipment because everybody and their grandmothers wants to have a home gym now.
Right. Yeah. I wonder like I haven't looked at the sales, but I'm sure that home gym equipment like
Oh, dude, like Rogue, Elite FTS, Titan, all the major manufacturers dude, they're sold out on everything. And
that's
because I've had a bunch of clients reach out to me as well and trying to ask me where they can get stuff. And as soon as I find something, it's gone.
yeah.
Like just to get I have a pull-up bar in the apartment now, and I had to go to 8 Walmarts to find it.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's insane right now. So
Hopefully this will stick. Like people are being more active. Hopefully when this ends, they won't just go back there.
yeah, I think so too. I think this will instill a lot of good habits in some people too, especially since this whole thing has to do with health. It's a global health pandemic, so
Yeah.
maybe people will start taking care of themselves and. All the non-vaxxers out there will see what the world looks like with one vaccine missing.
Right. Right.
So
Like, this spread pretty quick. We
yeah.
don't do anything to keep it from spreading.
Yeah. Next video, we should get a non-vaxxer on here and see what their
Oh
opinion is.
no.
I would love to just ask, what do you think's gonna happen?
Oh, we should. That's a good idea. We should definitely.
Yeah,
We'll have to do it on Zoom. I don't think we can do it on Instagram Live.
I don't
We
think
can
so,
do,
unless they're
we
in the
can-
same room as me. But social distancing.
yeah, if somebody shows up in your room, I will call the police.
I'm calling 311.
So how's everything at your house? Is everyone else doing well?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Gina's been amazing. She's working from home. Colonel's gotten used to it. So Colonel, a lot of people don't know, but my dog, I used to take Colonel to work almost every single day. And so he woke up, he knew when we were waking up, he had to get ready. We were going to the gym. He was going to the gym for the day. And I quarantined him before we actually had a shelter in place issued.
Yeah.
And he like went through a whole depressive episode, my dog, because he was so used to being stimulated with so many different people, so much excitement in the morning and stuff. And whether you think how intelligent dogs are or not, though, that he created a habit and he was always looking forward to doing that. You know what I mean? So it's probably been the hardest on him because I can't sit down and tell my dog that there's people dying and I can't take him out to go places because there's a fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, anybody out there listening, don't let people pet your dogs. They carry germs, and then those germs go places. And I see people like going to dog parks still, or like going like having their dogs run around parks and stuff with random people, and just
Yeah,
kind of mind blowing.
yeah, because okay, so I want to talk about your mullet, dude.
Oh, dude, the party. Yeah.
I'm today, I'm going to the club.
Send
I
it,
got all this, and I'm gonna shave the sides, and we'll see. I'm
dude.
nervous.
No, I think how long your hair is when I cut it into a mullet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got a nice party in the back now, man.
What's Gina think of it? Do you like it?
She loves it.
As all women do. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. What do you think? All you need is enough for a handful. That's it.
All right. Um,
Just got to grip it and rip it.
damn. I didn't know Gina was like that.
Uh,
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about Tiger King because I don't know anything about it. Watch it at
Goodness.
all.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
You
dude.
know,
So how about this for anybody else that's watching or that may watch this in the future? I'm gonna give you a synopsis on the basis of what Tiger King is. I'm gonna try to fit it as few words as possible. Meth, tigers, um, Tiger Queen and Tiger King, but they hate each other. They live in different kingdoms. Um, a lot of meth. There's a lot of meth involved. And what else? Just the craziest thing ever. You just can't make it up. You
it's
just
like
can't make
Jersey Shore, but for like white trash people. That's what it seems like.
Dude, it's crazier than Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
It's crazier. Like
Well, they're
there's,
like
there's
doing illegal stuff, right?
oh yeah, I mean it's totally it's kind of weird, but that's the whole gist of the TV show is there's like illegal things and legal things and there's so many loopholes and stuff like that though. But yeah, there's tons of meth and stuff like that, which is definitely legal. But like it's just you can't make this stuff up. Like you couldn't even get the best 100 producers of movies in the world on one room to create this story. It is so elaborate. The producers of this TV show need a raise. I need to start a petition because it is amazing.
Dude, based on what I've seen, Aiden and his girlfriend were watching it the other day.
Hmm.
Based on what I've seen, I'm just like, dude, this is like, what world is this? Like,
Exactly,
he
man.
went
It's
into an
like
alternate universe.
he's like Joe Exotic is just like the king of the trailer park, in my opinion. That's all it is. Like the most bodunk redneck person you could ever meet. He's at the top of the totem pole.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. He's the richest. It's like what every Joe Dirt with a mullet with a lot of money could do with money and tigers. Like what you think a redneck would do with tigers and money, he fucking does it. He does it. He does all of it. It's amazing.
So have
He's living the dream, dude. He's living his best life, even in prison right now. Like he shouldn't even be that mad. He did a lot of stuff
right?
that everybody in his block growing up probably wishes they did.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like the life experience of like owning basically a tiger kingdom.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
zoo.
So on TikTok, there's a trend where people are dressing up as.
Yeah.
Have you done it yet?
No, not yet. I need
You
to. I made a post and I said if I get 500 likes on this post, I'll bleach the mullet. So
Oh,
we're
that would look good.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but we'll see.
So, would you bleach just tip, or are you talking like the whole thing?
Joe Exotic, baby. Joe Exotic. Just the whole thing, just bleached. You got to leave the roots nice and dark. Just bleach everything.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to transition back to fitness and working out and stuff.
Sure.
What is like the main piece of advice you give to people who are struggling with getting motivated or just feeling like real depressed in this crazy time?
Man, God, who needs motive? It's kind of hard for me to think because I'm so full of motivating, but when it comes down, this is like a global health pandemic. If that's not enough to motivate you to try to want to be a little bit healthier, you know what I'm saying? Then it's hard. Basically, I do a lot of tough love when it comes to training. So anybody's out there who's watching or may listen to this, you got a lot of free time, and you don't got any excuse now. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's a lot of people even are working from home right now. They're saving probably an hour or so in their day of not commuting to work back and forth. And when it comes to people that are struggling with motivation and getting up out of bed and stuff, it's just creating habits. So forcing yourself, setting alarms, even if it's going for a walk, if it's going for walking up the stairs twice one day, and the next day, hey, I'm gonna walk up and down these stairs 3 times. Just small incremental changes in your life will create long lasting habits. And that's outside of a global pandemic as well. So anybody that wants to change anything in their life in general just needs to start setting good habits. So it's hard for me. I used to be that person that had no goals, no dreams, no motivation, but I'm at the point now in my life where that's all I know. And so it is hard to like try to transition my thought process backwards and think about what it was like before I really wanted to change my life. So it's a little difficult to think about sometimes though, but I always bear people. I have a lot of messages too on what they should do, and I really appreciate people reaching out to me all the time. But when it comes to wanting to change anything in your life, you just got to want it bad enough, you know? It's anything.
Yeah, I definitely, that's something I struggle with as far as like having empathy for people who don't have that motivation. I'm just like, it was like a switch. It just turned
Yeah,
on,
it's
and then I
crazy.
immediately hit my gas pedal and didn't stop.
Yeah,
You know,
you
trying
could
to go ahead.
you could probably relate, and you probably for a while you wanted to change. You like kind of wanted to, you kind of wanted to, and then you almost woke up one day and you're like, I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? You think about it so many times, and you think how silly it is that you haven't done it already.
Yeah.
And then when you finally do it, you're like, you feel even dumber because you're like, I waited so long to start doing these easily attainable things.
Yeah,
So
especially
it's,
like working out, dude. Like, yeah, I look back like a year and a half ago when we first met,
yeah,
and now I'm like so much stronger, but I just had to like do it.
yeah,
I just
exactly.
did it, and then I built the habit over a couple
Yeah.
of years.
The best way to think about fitness and exercising is it's just like anything else in life, to be honest. And a lot of people try and like separate exercise and having that driven mentality or whatever you want to look at it. And it's not that. It's just anything. Have you ever, you can ask somebody if they've ever like saved up for a car before, or if they've ever like saved up for college, or they've saved up for anything. That saving up is you looking forward to something, setting that goal, and that's setting that goal in fitness or whatever you want to do. Or if you want to lose 20 pounds, you got to sit down and think about what it takes to lose that 20 pounds. The same thing when you want to save up for a car. What's it going to take for me to save up enough money to work towards that new car? You know what I mean? So it's just shifting your perception of yourself is the biggest thing. And what holds everybody back is just their outlook on a situation. So not to get too philosophical and everything, but that's all it really is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's all about shifting gears in your brain and just trying to look at it another way and almost simplifying those things that you've been scared of your entire life and simplifying it into like a sense of like, oh, this, I'm just going to go do this. Just go do it. Like the same thing as you're going to go make a cup of coffee or something. It should be that easy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like steps to whatever. Like, I didn't know when I first started Squat Talk, I literally had no idea what would happen. I
Yeah.
just like, grabbed a camera and just started recording things, and
Mm-hmm.
it turned into something. Now that I can look back and I have a whole style and things like
Yeah.
that. Had I not started with that first step, that was like so overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Sure. No, I totally. I talk about you with people from time to time too. It's the amount of content you push out all the time, and the consistency you try and keep is it's really admirable.
Yeah.
Even if it's silly and you're half asleep and you just start recording something, and that's content.
Yeah.
And it's just like homing in on your craft. Like it's like a painter or something. He's gonna have a bunch of sketches before he comes up with this great masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? So you got to refine yourself, and refining takes trial and error, and it's trying content, produce. Whether you want to be the next Rock, Dwayne Johnson, or you want to be the president of the United States, it's just content. Be out there, do what it takes to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to write a book one day, you're gonna have to write a couple paragraphs before that. So.
Yeah. So what's the coolest thing that you have started, and now when you look back, you're like, whoa, I'm glad I did that?
Man, man, a lot of things, whole life. I'm a different person than I was like 5 years ago, so it's kind of crazy to look back and see that. But the biggest thing is just being alive right now. I don't know. I couldn't see myself even living to this age 7 years ago or something like that, though. So I don't know. That's a tough question for me, at least. I might just be overthinking it in the sense, but my art, for instance, I was terrible. I never knew how to draw. I didn't start actually drawing, like really drawing, until after high school. And now I would like to think I'm a very accomplished. I sell my paintings and stuff like that, though. So that's probably huge on my look of it and of how far I've come.
Yeah.
I never thought I would even be able to paint what I paint now. I can't even draw a a stick figure at one point.
Yeah. Right. Same for me as far as like videos. I was just like staring at my computer like this fucking sucks.
Yeah, yeah, it
Not
sucks,
fun.
man. You got to do the suck though. You got to do what sucks. A lot of people don't understand that. Like a lot of the like really things you're gonna enjoy in life is like 90% suck sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's the way I look at it, it's like you and it's contrast. And the same thing with art. And this is a really good reference I try and think about is whenever you in art you have to have contrast. You want to balance out your light elements with your dark elements. And that actually creates depth. So when you have a bunch of bad days and you have a bunch of struggles and stuff, and you finally have that one good day, that contrast makes it pop and stand out.
Oh
You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? So if you get a painting and you got a nice bright centerpiece in this painting, but the background's nice and dark and painful almost to look at, but it makes that picture pop out a lot more. You know what I'm saying? A painting wouldn't look good if all of it was light. You know what I'm saying? If you had nothing but good days in that painting, it won't look as good as a painting that has darkness into it. You know what I'm saying? And that painting is your life. So a lot of the time, the good days just make the bad days, or the bad days make the good days even better, in my
Oh
opinion. So,
yeah. I mean, for you, even you, like you struggling with addiction and like being super depressed, you literally own a gym, bro. You can like look back and say like, I own a gym.
I'm sure.
I'm now a really accomplished athlete. Like all these things. So do you think, like, if you look back, do you think that, when did you start training? How long ago did you start training?
I started exercising in a rec about, I say 6.5 years ago, 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
So,
What was your physique like then?
oh, dude, I was fat, skinny, soft, skinny arms, all just fat everywhere. I had a drinker's body. I had a person who drinks 7 days a week.
Skinny arms and like
Yeah,
belly,
yeah,
that's the worst thing.
just soft looking. I had a bunch of fat in my face. I just had a big round head. I already have a giant head, so my head was like my cheeks were like out to here. It was just that's what my body physique was like. So, but up until then, and then that was like a switch almost. I wanted to be athletic. I wanted to be in shape for my whole life. I played soccer and I skateboarded and I BMX, but none of it was gradual. None of it was consistent. It wasn't like set, you know what I mean? Like I didn't practice or work towards any of those things. I just did it. So I finally woke up one day and I was struggling with an alcohol addiction. And what I did was I started replacing drinking with exercising. And it was bad. And I was still drinking heavily at the time, but I wouldn't not go to the gym. I remember the first time I went to the gym, I didn't ever stop going. I have not stopped going since that first time I went, but at the same time, I was still drinking. So I was like 5 days a week rolling into the gym, hungover, and I smelled like beer on my breath, and I wanted to throw up, but I still did it.
Yeah.
And when I started even feeling how good I was feeling out of that, I was like, maybe if I drink a little bit less this one day and worked out another day this week, I wonder how good I'm going to feel. You know what I'm saying? And so the progression, and I stopped drinking and I started working out more. And then once I started seeing like fat leaving my body and starting seeing those little tiny gains, that's all it took. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't stopped since.
Yeah. Like literally, I remember for me, the first like 6 months to a year, it's not fun, man. You don't see a lot of progress.
No, you
in
don't.
the beginning, you don't know what you're doing. So if you don't have a program, it takes you even longer to
Oh, dude, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't have friends. This was when I was self-isolating. I had no friends. I had no guidance. I couldn't afford a personal trainer. The internet, 90% of the fitness shit on the internet's bullshit. It's just trash. So anybody out there that wants to, that's interested in getting into fitness, most of the stuff you're going to see on the internet is just BS.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And that's the hard part. It's deciphering and it's going through all of this stuff on the internet to find out what actually works. And it's trial and error. And it took me a really long time. So if you guys are out there and you want to get into fitness, I highly recommend investing in a coach, trainer, life coach, whatever you want to call it, somebody who's already done all the bullshit and that could skip you a couple levels. You know what I mean? You know when you're playing video games with like your older brother or something, you can't beat a level and you need them to jump in and jump on the controller and go up beat that level for you. That's what coaches and trainers are. They've already done that level. They've already played the video game. They can help you out. So
Yeah, I think there's also something about, for me, something about having to learn those things the hard way made me
yeah.
so much more motivated because I was
Yeah,
like,
it sticks a lot more too. I got to admit, I have clients I've worked with that I'll tell them stuff, and I've told them stuff 100 times before, and then it just doesn't stick as much as when you have to go and find that stuff out yourself. You know what I mean? What works, and going through so many articles on what's going to help my testosterone and what's gonna help me have big shoulders. You know what I'm saying? We've all Googled it. We've all
right.
Googled it before, but you don't I don't want everybody else to go through my pain. So.
Yeah. What is I didn't ask you, what's the exercise you miss the most right now? What's something that you really, really miss?
Oh, dude, like stones, strongman stuff. Definitely things I can't do in the house.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't. I can't slam a stone on the ground up here on the fourth floor.
Dude, can you imagine you drop a stone and just fall through every floor?
Oh my goodness, that's scary. That's probably what would happen though.
Yeah. So I've been going to that track, but there's like this dip bar. So I can literally like axle press it to my belly and then up to my chest. And
Oh wow,
it's like 175 pounds, 180 pounds. So I've been doing it.
wow.
But I just been like banging them out. I'm hitting shoulders like every day. I come back, no squat, no deadlift, but
Just
I will.
monsters. You just got these giant shoulder caps.
All right, let me find more questions.
Shoot.
Okay, so this is a question that I got asked. If you could pick only one movie trilogy to watch for the rest of your life, what would it
Man, I don't know. One movie trilogy to watch for the rest. Dude, probably. It sounds so cliche, but probably Star Wars.
be? Okay.
Probably, I honestly would have to say Star Wars.
Yeah, I think I would choose Lord of the Rings. I really like Lord of the
You're gonna hate me, but I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
Rings. Really?
Yeah,
You should
yeah,
watch it.
I've heard so how in depth and how crazy it is, just as in depth as like Star Wars is, though. But I've just never watched it.
Yeah.
It's a commitment, though. You got to admit, those movies are commitments.
Oh yeah, it's like hours and hours long.
That's a commitment.
Yeah. So as far as like the videos, is that something you've been trying to really focus on, or is like teaching yourself to produce more content? Because I know the videos you put
Oh
out
yeah.
are good.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Gina has helped a lot with editing and stuff. I'm like an old man when it comes to technology sometimes. So she's helped out a lot though. But no, I got a lot of downtime and who knows how long this is gonna last. So, and I still got to pay the bills. So I've been trying to um ramp up my content, my online content. So hopefully I can start getting more online clients, people with garage gyms and stuff like that start reaching out. So just trying to do as much as I can, fill my time. So sitting around and thinking about the world ending is not going to help anything.
No, it definitely, and it could be that we get to the end of it and the world doesn't. And
Yeah, right. I'm
we
going to
have
be
to
strong
do
as
it,
hell though.
right? So have you gotten any new clients, or how are your clients?
No, no, not at all though. I've honestly took a dip about 3/4 of my clientele base. It's pretty bad though, but luckily I have savings and I've been a smart investor, so I have money to definitely live off of and feed myself for the next couple months though, fortunately. And that's what I'm saying in that time right now. I'm just trying to readjust and move some stuff around and figure out where else I can make the money in, so.
Yeah, it's definitely hard, especially when gyms aren't open. It's like,
Yeah, it's very difficult. So, and there's the internet's being just flooded with home workouts, and so it's just watered down entirely though. So, just hopefully I can create a personality for myself and have people trust what I do and say,
yeah,
and hopefully it just works out. It's the only thing you can do right now. Just I'm just gonna keep producing content and see how things go.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you definitely have personality, not only in your mullet, but the way you act.
Yeah, whenever I'm tired, the mullet takes over. It's all right.
Yeah. Well, dude, if you dye it blonde, I can guarantee you that'll scale your followers by a lot.
Ugh, I might be getting a following of people I don't want also.
You don't want meth addicts following you?
Yeah, right. Or tiger obsessed people.
Oh yeah. Then you'll get a bunch of weird old women who are like,
Hey, As long as I get paychecks.
Same, dude. Same thing. Okay, I think that's all the questions I have. Did you want to add anything or talk about anything specific?
No, not entirely. We've actually covered a lot, in my opinion. Yeah, we've had a good combo. Other than that, I just hope everybody has fun out there, and I hope anybody who's watched this or sees this can just take away of just it's not the end of the world. Things are just hard right now, and honestly, things aren't ever going to be the same. But that doesn't mean that life's not ever going to be enjoyable again. So that's what all that matters. Just have some fun and keep exercising and do what you love to do. Read books. There's so much stuff you can do at home. Like people are trying to have these parties still, and they
Yeah.
miss socializing and spending hundreds of dollars a weekend on stupid stuff. And to each their own, though. But this is a good time to you guys that don't know how to cook, you guys that don't know how to read, you guys that don't know how to draw. These are all amazing opportunities to pick up that craft.
Yeah, yeah, and we have the internet. We have the potential to make
Oh,
that.
yeah, exactly. People are stuck at home, but you also have access to all of the world's knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's a fact.
Cool, man. Well, thank you for talking to me. Um,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for.
if anyone who has any questions, you can, wow. If anyone has any questions, you can DM either me or Eric about training, about anything. Go watch his videos about quarantine exercise. See you later. Later,
Yeah.
Eric.
See you, man. Thanks for having me.